Namaste, my brothers, my fellow luminaries. I don't do yoga, but welcome back to the channel. Good to see you guys. Today's video is about compassion. I think compassion is so often connected to weakness. Actually, it takes a very strong person to show compassion, even to the most trash people in Trashland, of Trashlantis, of the new kingdom of Trashville. But we can live deep within ourselves and find at least a little compassion for those who act the absolute trashiest. I've been looking into this Johnny Somali situation recently. My compassion is, I mean, his childhood must have been fooled with falsehoods and not enough attention. But then you look at the other side of it. There's plenty of people whose childhood was like that. And they're not out here acting a fool. And somewhere in Korea now, I think he keeps switching countries. Not a good look. Seemed like he's going to be in jail for a while. Might do him some good. Are they going to put him in there for the full sentence? Most likely. Because every time they give him a break, it seemed like he just decides to go live. And it seemed like that go live is like some type of weird symbiotic drug that has filled his mind, has filled with his mind completely. Bro, it's kind of sickening if you think about it. How streaming can fry your brain. Maybe his brain was already fried before the stream, and streaming actually saved him. This is me showing compassion. Honestly, a lot of us, I don't know where they would be if streaming did not show them a way to monetize their uniqueness. Really, I don't know. So Johnny, he probably doesn't listen to anything or anybody what they have to say unless it's his own stream. He probably doesn't even have a phone right now, but I honestly hope he finds some type of peace. Do people think like jail is the end? Prison is the end. You messed up, life over. And I think that type of mindset would lead to self-destruction at some point, because we all play the game of Monopoly, and at some point there's a possibility you'll go to jail. There's false imprisonment, false allegations, that life will deal a bad hand, where it cascades on top of you over and over again. But guess what? Even in jail, there's salvation. So he can maybe get into the Bible. Maybe get into any type of religion he wants. Maybe become a monk. You know, actually, not much difference between prisoners and monks. I think the main difference is you're around a bunch of other violent people. It's just the people around you. You know? But let's say if everybody in that prison was monk, be a good time to find some peace. And some people just don't do good in society. I realize like society is like, it's not a one-to-one Jenga piece for everybody. Not a super accurate representation of some people. So I hope Johnny doing well. But there was victims of his crimes that we must show compassion for as well. That's the thing about compassion. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. It's a feeling that you can have where you can be like, yeah, he did something wrong. I seen some of the streams. That dude was going crazy. Why come to another country? Disrespect their country. Disrespect their cops. Disrespect how they live. and you expect them to not do something about you. You are the problem. You will be a poster child for the problem when foreigners go to other countries, not just Americans. And some Japanese people and some people come here acting like silly. This is what it is, you know? And you know what? There is no generic model for an American. Like a Japanese person, you can kind of see in your head, you know? But an American, for real, like you might get a white person, maybe, but for real, if you think about it, the generic model for an American, if you just close your eyes, we're you probably see something different than me. And that's the thing about American nationalism. We kind of understand if you do like some stuff in public, kids are off limits for the most part because we don't condone that child stuff. But if you do something in public, you are going to get punished in some capacity. Someone is going to punish you. You know, you step on someone's shoes, they might end you, bro. And life just happens just like that. It's simple as that. You say the wrong word, you forget your manners, you disrespect the wrong person, and then all of a sudden, you gone. You know? I think that's why that stuff, you know, the NPC stuff, a lot of it is on the silly slant in America. So they have to go to, because if it's silly, it's harder to get mad at. But once you start like causing public public disturbances, you tipping over the soup cans, he's doing too much. And it's really disrespectful for those who actually stream with the purest of intentions just to entertain their audience, that you can entertain that same audience Johnny probably has, not harassing other people. I actually think like when Rings of Redemption used to stream, it's probably the same audience, you know, and there's probably some other people right now where they just make fun of the streamer, right? But I think that's okay because a lot of this stuff is them getting made fun of in their home. For Johnny to get made fun of, like for real, he had to start doing the worst stuff possible. I don't know who signs up to be the most hated person. Even Floyd Mayweather, great boxer, never signed up to be the most hated man in boxing. He did not. That man was Pretty Boy Floyd, who continued his father's legacy. That's not hated to me. No, I don't think no one signs up to be hated. I don't think Logan Paul signed up to be hated. Your actions dictate how people perceive you. Obviously. So, compassion. It's more complicated than people think. It's just like, oh yeah, we should just show compassion to like this crazy guy. I'm like, no. Everyone should have a distinct level of passion where we look at them individually and see how we want to approach how we look at them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all be easy.